Can a thinner iPhone really make a big difference, or is it just another idea that might not catch on? Apple's next move, the iPhone 17 Air, is trying to answer that. According to trusted Apple reporter Mark Gurman, this upcoming model will be a unique addition to the iPhone family, but he doesn't expect it to become the top seller. In his Power On newsletter, Gurman mentioned that while the iPhone 17 Air will get a lot of attention, most people will still prefer the Pro models. Apple has faced a similar problem before. Every time they add a fourth iPhone model, it somehow struggles to find its place. The regular iPhone sells because it's the cheapest option. The Pro sells because of its advanced features. The Pro Max wins because of its big screen. But that extra model, it often ends up being overlooked by customers. Think about the iPhone mini. It had its fans and people now look back at it fondly. But when it was actually on sale, it didn't do well at all. Apple then replaced it with the iPhone Plus, hoping for better results, but even that didn't take off. Now, with the iPhone 17 Air, Apple is trying something completely different instead of just changing the size or price. The new idea is to focus on style. The iPhone 17 Air is all about being slim and lightweight. Early leaks suggest it will be one of the thinnest smartphones available today, but it's not going to be the cheapest option. In fact, it's expected to cost more than the Plus model it's replacing. Apple is betting that people who care about design and elegance will be willing to pay extra for a thinner, more stylish phone. Honestly, this could be the smartest move Apple has made for that fourth model. A very slim and good-looking iPhone sounds like something that could finally stand out. However, Gurman still thinks that the Pro and Pro Max models will continue to be the most popular choices. He does believe the Air will do better than the Mini and Plus did, but it probably won't come close to matching the Pro series in sales. At the same time, Apple isn't the only company thinking along these lines. Samsung is also preparing to launch a slimmer phone soon, the Galaxy S25 Edge. It's expected to be extremely thin too, and if everything goes according to plan, Samsung could even release their device before Apple does. It's clear that both Apple and Samsung believe that people want thinner phones, but there's still a big issue to solve. Will buyers trade battery life for a slimmer look? Making a phone thinner usually means there's less room for a big battery, and no one wants a beautiful phone that can't make it through the day without needing a charge. If companies like Apple and Samsung can develop new batteries that are smaller but hold more power, it could change everything. Slim and stylish phones with strong battery life would be a big hit. Until then, buyers will have to choose between looks and longer battery life. For now, it seems pretty clear that the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will stay at the top of the sales charts. Meanwhile, the iPhone 17 Air will likely attract a smaller group of users who value design over everything else. Would you pick a super slim phone even if it meant a little less battery life? Or do you think power and features should always come first? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. If you like this update and want to keep up with more news about Apple, Samsung, and the latest tech trends, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you always stay in the loop. What if the next big Samsung phone wasn't just about more power or better cameras, but a whole new way of thinking about design? The Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge is almost here, and while a launch date has shifted slightly, the excitement around it hasn't slowed down at all. Instead of arriving in mid-April, Samsung has now set the official release date for May 13, 2025. The change in schedule isn't due to hardware issues, but is more connected to internal changes within the company, especially after the sad passing of Jong-hee Han, the head of Samsung's mobile and electronics division. This shift has also affected how the phone will be revealed. Rather than going with a flashy in-person launch, Samsung is planning a simpler, online-only announcement. It looks like they're adjusting how they roll out new devices, spreading updates across the year instead of dropping everything at once. But even with a more low-key presentation, all eyes are still on what the Galaxy S25 Edge is bringing to the table. From what we know so far, the phone will feature a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. That means it's going to look vibrant and feel smooth whether you're watching videos, playing games, or just scrolling. Under the hood, it's expected to run on Qualcomm's newest chip, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, also being called Snapdragon 8 Elite. This processor is said to deliver top-level speed and efficiency, perfect for multitasking and high-end mobile gaming. Memory and storage options will include 12 GB of RAM and up to 512 GB of internal space. But once again, Samsung isn't adding a microSD card slot, which might disappoint users who like having expandable storage. As for design, early leaks suggest that this could be Samsung's slimmest phone yet, possibly even under 6mm thick. That would make it thinner than Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max. giving it a sleek and premium feel. It will likely be available in stylish colors like titanium silver, jet black, and icy blue. The camera setup also sounds solid, though not quite as advanced as the Ultra version. It's expected to have a 200 megapixel main camera, paired with a 12 megapixel ultra-wide lens. While it may not compete directly with the highest end models in terms of camera features, it should still deliver great shots for everyday users. One area where the phone might raise some questions is battery life. It's rumored to include a 3,900 mAh battery, which is smaller compared to the Galaxy S25 Plus. For a phone with a large screen and powerful processor, that could be a concern. Charging is expected to cap at 25 watts, which is decent but not exactly fast compared to some other brands. However, Samsung might be using software tricks and better heat management to make sure the battery holds up throughout the day. As for the price, the Galaxy S25 Edge is expected to launch at around 1,249 euros, or roughly 1,355 US dollars. That's more than the base S25 model, but not quite at ultra level. It's aimed at people who want something premium in design and performance without paying the highest price. With strong competition from more affordable Chinese brands, Samsung will need to prove that this phone really stands out. Production numbers are also telling. Samsung is reportedly planning to produce around 3 million units, which shows they're expecting strong demand. It seems this model is meant to strike a balance, not too basic, not too high-end, but just right for a lot of users. So the big day to keep in mind is May 13, 2025. That's when we'll know for sure how well the Galaxy S25 Edge lives up to the hype. If you're someone who wants a slim, premium-looking phone with solid performance, this could be the one to watch. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any updates. More appealing, or do you think Apple should have included more premium features? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the latest tech use since the Galaxy Z Fold 4, with incremental enhancements over the years. However, a jump to 200 megapixels could completely change the game, bringing sharper images, improved night photography, and a more refined overall experience. This upgrade makes the Fold 7 particularly attractive to users who prioritize camera performance without sacrificing the versatility of a foldable device. Interestingly, this isn't Samsung's first time experimenting with a 200 megapixel sensor in a foldable phone. A special edition of the Galaxy Z Fold, launched exclusively in South Korea and China last year, also featured a similar high-resolution camera. However, that model lacked an under-display camera, a technology that Samsung has been improving in its mainstream foldable lineup. Now, with the Fold 7, both innovations are being combined, potentially making this device one of the most advanced foldables yet. Beyond the camera, Samsung is expected to introduce other refinements. The Fold 7 may come with a more durable hinge, reducing wear and tear over time. There could also be improvements in the display crease, making the screen look smoother when unfolded. On the software side, enhancements to multitasking and user experience might make this device even more efficient for productivity. However, despite all these expected refinements, the biggest highlight remains the camera. Samsung is likely to announce the Galaxy Z Fold 7 in the summer, possibly in July, alongside the Galaxy Z Flip 7. There are also rumors that the company is working on a trifold smartphone, which could be introduced in 2025, bringing another innovation to the foldable segment. While details are still emerging, the Fold 7 already looks like a significant step forward in making foldable devices more appealing to a wider audience. With these upgrades, especially in the camera department, the Fold 7 could narrow the gap between foldable and traditional flagship phones. But the big question is, will these changes be enough to convince more people to switch to foldables? What do you think about these upgrades? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this update interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tech updates.